Bonjour à toutes et à tous. Comment allez-vous? Welcome to Sadhana's French class. I hope you all are doing very well. So students, today I am going to tell you how to present yourself or introduce yourself. Se présenter. Alright, so take out your notebook, your pen, and please ready to note down whatever I am going to tell you. Alright, so c'est parti, on commence. Well, welcome to my class. I start with se présenter, to introduce oneself. This is a verb also in itself. Se présenter means to introduce yourself. This is a pronominal or reflexive verb. I will tell you how to use it. This is ER regular, but yes, it has se. If you can see before it, it means it is reflexive verb. What are the reflexive verbs? Reflexive verbs are those verbs. So students, how we introduce ourselves? We introduce ourselves by talking and asking about professions, employment, unemployment, your hobbies, your likes and your dislikes. Talk further about, you tell about your marital status, whether you are bachelor or married, and about your family. If you're not married, then you live with your parents, you have brothers and sisters, etc. If you are married, then you have kids. So you tell everything about yourself, not everything, but yes, the thing about, we will be saying that person knows you, who you are. For this purpose, we use some reflexive verbs such as sa pehle for telling the name, se présenter to introduce oneself. Okay, and what are the reflexive verbs? Reflexive verbs are those verbs where the action reflects back on the subject itself. We call them pronominal verb also. Alright, so there are two verbs. So these two verbs, you can see sa pehle for telling the name, se présenter to introduce oneself. When you start introducing, maybe in the school, college, university, or maybe in the office, so you start like this: I present myself, I introduce myself, and I'm so and so. Then you tell your name and other things. All right. So se présenter. This is the verb which we are going to use. These two verbs, I will tell you how to use it. Alright, so first thing what I am going to do, I am going to tell you how to conjugate them and how we can make questions with these verbs. Alright, so here just wait, I am going to open my OneNote for you and we start learning about these two verbs. Well students, here I am. So first thing what I am going to tell you is the sa pehle verb. Sa pehle verb is a reflexive verb. It has this S thing. I will just explain you what this S stands for. Alright. Means to be called. So you must be wondering, I told you when we tell our name, we use this verb. Yes. So how I describe this verb is what you are called. The name given by your parents to you. You are called by that name. If your name is, your parents, they gave you ABC, you are called ABC. If your name given by your parents is XYZ, then you are called XYZ. So when we say my name is, in French we use this verb sa pehle. This is actually of course reflexive verb, some spelling irregularities, but it is conjugated as er regular only. What this reflexy is, this I am going to explain you. This is actually sa, means self, you can say, and is we have just taken off because the verb starts with the vowels. So two vowels, no need to put together. Alright. So but actually this is sa here. What you see, this with apostrophe. So this sa, first let me explain you this sa, how it works with different pronoun subjects. So when if j, so with j it becomes m. For tu, it becomes t. For third person singular, il and l, it becomes s. For first person plural, it becomes nu, and second person plural, it becomes vu. Same thing in fact, but yes, this is pronoun subject and this is your reflection. This is called prono-reflection. In fact, this sa is called prono-reflection. These all are prono-reflection. Alright. For third person plural, what we are going to put? It is same as your first person singular, that is sa. If your verb starts with vowel, or for that matter ash, second, something went wrong with my stilo. One second. So, well students, here it is. I will just read it for you. With j, it becomes m. With tu, it becomes to. With il and l, it becomes so. With nu, it becomes nu. Vu, with vu, it becomes vu. With third person plural, il, l, it becomes so. These are the prono-reflexies, which means that this sa becomes ma, ta, sa, nu, vu, sa. Alright. So how we conjugate this verb? You must put in place of sa these pronoun reflexies. So let me clear it and then I will tell you how we are going and how we are going to make questions with that. Alright. Well, we are going to conjugate this verb. Now you know, in my previous episode I had told you how to do the ER group verbs. So do you remember the terminations of ER regular? Well, I will write it down for you. Suppose this ER we remove. So what is our root now? That's our root now. Okay, and terminations as for plurals, ONS, EZ and ENT. Alright, so now we conjugate it. One thing, as I had mentioned you, that there is some irregularity when we do this verb. We may call it irregular, but since conjugation it follows the same ER verb pattern, so I just say irregularity in spelling, but otherwise it is just your regular ER verb. Alright, so first let us write down the pronoun subject. So you remember in my just now I told you what will be the reflexive with j. This will be, and we won't write o. We will just conjugate the verb now. Here it becomes double L. You can notice in infinitive it is single L, but here it becomes double L, and then we are going to put the termination. So this becomes shmapel. avec tu, t. Again we put this, and this is the termination which we have applied with third person plural or singular, sorry. So all the singular will have double L. Okay, so this we have applied. Now we come to the plural part. So nous, avec nous, it will be nous. And now one thing, what I had told you, the irregularities, here it becomes double L, double L, double L, but nous and vous we keep single L. Okay, just like in the infinitive. It is said, if this is mother, they are the kids, nous and vous, so they follow the mother. All right, that way you can remember it always, this irregularity. But the third person plural, it will go just like its own brother, singular. Okay, it will take double L and T. How we pronounce it? Je m'appelle, tu t'appelles, linking. Okay, keep linking it. Here it will link. So je m'appelle, tu t'appelles, il elle s'appelle, nous nous appelons. Just liaison. Vous vous appelez, il elle s'appelle. We don't pronounce this ENT. This is pronounced like its own brother or sister rather. Okay, just for that you should remember these things. That's why I just keep telling these kind of things. So here this verb, same way we will be doing the sub présenter. It has no that is pure regular form, only refreshy. Well students, so these two verbs we have learned. Now I am going to move to my next PPT, that is which other verb we are going to present using for our introduction. That will be être, to be. Être means to be, avoir for telling the age, but avoir means actually it is to have, to have. So I have used it here for telling age because this is an avoir expression. In English we tell the age with être verb. Like when you say I am so and so much, I mean these many years old, means if I say I am 20 years old, you are 17 years old, he is 40 years old, anything. So what we are saying is this is a être verb. Okay, so means we are using être verb. But in French what we do? We use avoir verb and we call it avoir expression. So keep it in mind that we are going to use avoir for telling the age. This is not the meaning, this is just avoir we will be using for telling the age. But avoir means actually to have. In my previous episode I have discussed this in detail and I had told you that these two verbs are very very important. They are irregular and you must memorize them by heart. Okay, then some ER regular verbs like habiter, to live. Yes, this is the meaning here. Travailler, to work. Aimer, to like. Adorer, to love. Détester, to dislike. These verbs we will be using for se présenter or introduce to yourself. The pattern which follows to present oneself is, that is in my next slide. First what we do? Name. Verb s'appeler, which just now I told you how to conjugate. Question, comment vous appelez-vous? Réponse, je m'appelle. Now you know the this verb. Okay, so now you can just answer. If I ask comment vous vous appelez or comment vous appelez-vous, both are right type, right way of saying. Either you can say vous vous appelez, that is also correct, and you can say inversion type also, vous appelez vous. Réfléchis comes first, then the verb, and then the subject. That is inversion type of questioning, which I have written it here. I will be taking a separate lesson on this for how we make questions in French. Alright, so right now comment vous vous appelez also you can use if that is easy for you. So comment vous vous appelez or comment tu t'appelles, tu es or vous es. We have just learned it in my previous episode. Okay, so how you will answer? Je m'appelle. And what you will tell? Je m'appelle means my name is. If you say literal translation in French, mon nom est, my name is, no, that is not correct. When you are learning and if you are writing the exam, so do not say so that, but in oral, in conversation sometimes when you are familiar among friends or family, you can say mon nom est. They do use, but I will not teach you that. I will just tell you, use je m'appelle. In English, when you translate it, it will be my name is. Though literally it says what I am called. I am called je m'appelle Sadhana parce que ce nom est donné à moi par mes parents. So my parents have given me this name. All right. So I am called that. So are you. Okay, whatever name is given to you by your parents, so you are called by that name. So that is the concept behind it. If I am not wrong, I think I explain it that way. Okay, so name s'appelle. Then age or age. Age, which word we use just now I told you in my previous slide, that is avoir. Avoir expression, though it means to have, but no, we use it. English translation will be same. As you say ki I am 30 years old, I am 20 years old, I am 17 years old, 18 years old, whichever your age is. In English you will use that verb. In French you will say avoir. Avoir, I have told you earlier, but yes, you are supposed to memorize, but I can just orally tell you j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, il, elle, ont. Alright, so if you are saying he is 20 years old, suppose, so il a 20 ans. Okay, let me come back to my one note and I will just explain you this verb. Well, students, I am going to tell you how to ask your age. So here is the avoir verb. I am just going to conjugate it for you quickly. It means to have. If you don't remember right now, I will just tell you quickly. If this is a regular verb, you are supposed to memorize. J'ai, tu as, il, elle, a, nous avons, vous avez, il, third person plural, il, elle, zo. Linking, okay, everywhere linking. So, well, student, so here we are with avoir verb, and we can learn how we ask questions on this. So if you want to ask what is your age with you, we use an interrogative word, that is QEL, quel. If your noun is quel, is interrogative word as well as adjective. So what it will do? Adjective. Adjective means it will accord, or it will bring to us age. That is with avoir verb we do it. Avoir means to have. all right. But in French we always use avoir when we talk about age. So if we want to say what is your age, we will use one interrogative word, quel. Masculine singular, quel. Feminine singular, all right. Aaj, it is masculine singular, so we will be using this quel, because this is not only interrogative word, this is an adjective also, so it will accord with the number gender of the noun, yeah, pronoun subject. So the question, how we ask, quel age as-tu, what is your age? Vous voyez, quel âge avez-vous? All right. If you want to ask what is his age or what is her age, so how we ask? We will use third person singular, third person plural, either of them we can use. What is their age if we ask, okay? Quel âge a a-t-il? Third person singular or third person plural, if we are doing the inversion type of question, we put this t. It has no meaning, but it is in written form, and for spoken sake is always put, all right. So the aaj is ending, avoir verb is ending into a, is not ending into t or d, so we put an extra t when we do the inversion with third person singular or third person plural. I will tell you in details when I take this lesson how to form questions in French, okay? So this way we can do when we say what is their age, so we can just use third person singular or plural, il or el, either of them, okay, right? So this, you know how we have done the age thing. So let us go back to our PPT and we proceed further quickly. Here it is. After age, quel âge avez-vous? J, you can answer J, I am, and tell your age. On, what we use? On, A-N-S, on, years. On means years. Then place, where do you live? When you are introducing yourself, name, age and place. Well, we will use habiter verb for this. Where do we live? Habiter means to live. This is regular ER group. So suppose you are telling about yourself and you are using ch pronoun subject, so you will say this start with ash, so we will not write the o, we will just put apostrophe. J'habite, linking, okay. J'habite à New York, Tokyo, any city you can tell, all right. J'habite New York, j'habite Tokyo, j'habite, you can say any city name in which country you are. You can just name the country and use a preposition. You can tell your city's name, all right. So this is then nationality. How you will take? You will use être verb. Suppose you are French, so you will say je suis français. If you are male, use this one. If you are female, just use this. Oh, you can say je suis française. Je suis Indian. If you are feminine, then add another N and this Indian. Alright. Je suis Italian. Je suis American. And how you ask, where do you live? Where do you live? We use interrogative word O. O means where. Where do you live? So we will use this word with O. Alright. So I am going to make some questions for you. Just note it down, please. So we write down some questions. Suppose you want to ask, where do you live? So I will ask you, where do you live? Means I will use tu. Alright. So I ask you. Okay. Let's make a sentence. So first this interrogative word O, then U, tu, pronoun subject, tu habites. Okay, and question mark. You can write it this way also. Où habites-tu? This is inversion type. Vous voyez? Same way. Où habitez-vous? You can ask where she lives, where he lives, where they live. Same way, just use O. O means where. Où habite-t-il or elle. Alright. So this way you can put up the questions, and what will be the answer? Just now I told you, j'habite New York, j'habite Paris. You can j'habite, linking, okay, j'habite à Paris. Alright. Or whichever place you want to say, you can just use pronoun subject, use verb, conjugated verb, and a preposition and the name of the place. I hope this is you are noting down, and keep noting down, please. Well, next, the place you have learned. I have given some questions. You can note it down. I will just read it for you so that you are writing it in your notebook. So name you have done s'appelle, and the question comment vous appelez-vous? Réponse means answer, je m'appelle, and you can write here your name. Age, âge, you use avoir verb. Quel âge avez-vous? Réponse, j'ai, write down the age and ans, ans. Okay? Ans means years. Place, city, country, nationality, we have just discussed. Habite, yes, there is another verb you can see, demure, where you stay type, where you have put up. So demure means also you can just take habite verb. This is also er regular verb. You can conjugate it. Je demeure à Paris, you can say. Alright. So question, où habitez-vous? Où demeurez-vous? Réponse, j'habite à Nantes. Alright. Marital status, family details, être plus marié ou célibataire. Marié, married, célibataire means bachelor. So you can just say what you are. Je suis marié. Use être verb. Je suis célibataire. Je suis célibataire. Je suis marié. Alright. So question, how you will form the questions? Vous êtes marié? Réponse, oui, je suis marié. If you are not, then you can say no, je suis célibataire. Alright, so this is the way you ask the question and answers when you introduce yourself. If someone is asking questions when you are meeting first time, or you are just presenting yourself, you can answer the questions, or you maybe make a whole thing mental ki how first you tell your name, then age, then your place, and then if you want to say nationality, from where you have come, if you are in a group where the different country people are around, so then you must tell from which country you are and then marital status and family details. That is also good if you tell that you are married or you are bachelor. Alright, so next, profession, very important. If you are a student, you can say I am a student, and you can tell where you are studying, what you are studying. But if you are working in some company, or you working as what, so you must tell. So here is one verb, travailler. Where you have just now learned. Travailler means to work. ER regular verb, no problem at all. Now you know how to do it. Je travaille, tu travailles, il travaille, nous travaillons, vous travaillez, il travaille. Okay, same termination, same way you will do it. I work, you work, he, she works. I am working also is the same in French as I work, which I had told you when I was taking regular verbs, that in French, present simple present tense and simple and present continuous tense is are same. Like if I say I eat or I am eating, it is same in French. Je mange. Je mange means I eat or I am eating. Alright, so don't get confused if I sometimes say this or sometimes I say that. Okay, it is same actually. I go or I am going. Je vais. In French, je vais. Okay, so je vais, I am going there. So this is just I go there or I am going there, or I go or I am going, it is same. Alright, so travailler où, to je travaille, tu travailles, I just conjugated orally to you this word. Then plus you work where, your profession. So question again we will use quelle profession. This noun is feminine singular. Okay, so which quelle we are going to use? This one, Q-U E-double-L-E. Okay, singular masculine was Q-U-E-L. I had just now told you, I explained you. So I hope you remember and you have noted it down. Okay, so quelle est votre profession? What is your profession? Quel est votre métier? What is your field? What is in which field you are working or studying? Okay, this way also you can be questioned and you can answer. Quel travail faites-vous? Which job you are doing? Here is faire verb, which is the regular verb, and when I will take the lesson on irregular verbs, that definitely I will tell you. But yes, irregular verb means you are supposed to memorize it. It will not follow any pattern for you. Alright, so quel travail faites-vous? Où travaillez-vous? Where are you working? Response, answer, je suis dentiste. I am dentist. Je suis dans le commerce. This is quel est votre métier? This is the answer for that. Okay, je suis dentiste, je suis engineer. And one more thing you should remember, students, that in English we use I am a professor. Je suis professor. In French we are not using article. We use article when we speak in English. I am a professor, I am an engineer, etc. But in French, before profession, we do not put any article. Okay, like when I am saying I am so and so. When you are talking the pilots, yeah, the engineers, then you can put definite article or maybe. But when you are saying I am professor, I am engineer, that time do not place article before that. All right. So je suis professeur de français. All right. Or you can say anyway, whichever field you are. If you are a student, you can say je suis étudiant. C'est ça? So langue parler, language is spoken, verb parler plus langue means language. Okay, so which languages you nowadays people speak many languages, at least 2 language or 3 language. languages are very common. So you must tell which language you speak, what you have learned. So questions how you will ask. Quel means what or which you can say. Alright. So quelle langue parlez-vous? What language you speak. Parler verb we have already done in my previous episode. Vous parlez français. Parlez-vous français? Vous parlez français? Do you speak French? You can say oui. Je peux parler français. I can speak. Or you can say oui, un petit peu, a little. It's up to you how good you know about this of any language. Français, as we are talking about, we are learning French, so I use that language. Espagnol, allemand, chinois, any language you can talk about. Okay, je parle français, anglais. Okay, that way also you can answer. Likes, hobbies, we use verb aimer, adorer. Aimer means to like, adorer means to love. To aimer I give one positive sign, and to adorer you can put two positive signs. Okay, means something you like, and more than that means you have a passion for something, you can use adorer verb. I love. So how you say? J'adore. J'aime, j'adore. Okay, so you can like or love anything, sports, music, gardening, photography, any of your pastime, work, or maybe you are passionate about, you do in your free time. Okay. Dislikes, détester. Détester. I dislike. Je déteste ça. I dislike that. Alright, you can say, or you can just name that thing which you do not like. Alright, any activity you can just name it after je déteste ça. Er, regular verbs, these are, you can conjugate them according to pronoun subject, and you can very well tell your likes and dislikes. Everyone has its own way to introduce oneself. Yes, that is true. Maybe you can say first languages, and then you can talk about profession. But hobbies, yeah, likes, dislikes, usually we say in the last. So keep it to that in mind when you do it. But yes, well, I have just done aimer verb for you here. It's you can use it. If you want to say I love you, then also you can use this verb. Je t'aime or je vous aime. Okay, so this is I love you, you can say it. Anyways, here it is. J'aime, I like. J'aime le voyage, I like traveling. J'aime bien, I like, yeah, I quite like. J'aime bien lire, I like reading. Lire, another RE group verb. Lire, though it is irregular, I will be explaining it to you. Lire means to read. Okay, so I quite like reading. Yeah, I like reading. J'aime beaucoup. Beaucoup means a lot. So if you like anything a lot, this is adverb of quantity, beaucoup. So j'aime beaucoup le sport. I like sports a lot, you can say. Alright. J'adore, I love. Yeah, I adore. English mein you can say I adore. J'adore, say j'adore. Okay, linking. J'adore, I love. J'adore la photographie. Alright, anything you can name here. This is just for your understanding. I have given one activity. How to express dislikes. Yes, if you like certain things, you may not like many things, or very few things you may not like. It is up to you. Every person has a different likes and dislikes. Okay, so how you can say aimer verb, you can negate it. How we make negation? We make negation in French. In English we use not, but in French we use two words. Two words, na and pa. Na and pa, and in between conjugated verb. Alright, this is the bridge, conjugated verb. So our negation completes when we say na, then action word in between, and pa follows the verb. So this is the pattern. Here I have written it for you. Please note it down. To make a verb negative, equivalent of adding not in English, we use na. Here your conjugated verb will come, and pa. Here n becomes an apostrophe in front of a vowel or ash. Always it works like that. Please keep it in mind. So example, jnim. See, an apostrophe because your verb starts with vowel m, and pa. After ma, pa. Conjugate. This is conjugated form of ma verb. Jnim pa fehlu menaj. I do not like doing the housework. Do you like it or not? Many people do not like it, but yes, you have to do it. Okay, next, by using expressions je detest, you can say, do not get confused with detest means hate. No, it is dislike. If you have a strong dislike for something, actually hate is very strong words. So in my opinion, we shouldn't hate. This is a beautiful world, beautiful people around. Keep loving everything, keep liking, but yes, sometimes certain things you don't like, or some people you do not like, you can say detest for certain things, some activities. But if you have great dislike, means you can use or the, okay, or the. J or the means I hate. Yes, then you can use, but je detest means dislike in French. So I hope this is clear to you, how you express your likes and dislikes when you do se présenter or introduce yourself. Well, here I have done for you. Suppose someone is Nathalie enough and she is introducing herself. So I am going to read it for you. Okay, then I will give you one listening écoute also. Alright. So, bonjour, je m'appelle Nathalie enough. J'ai 36 ans. J'habite en Vaughan, en Bretagne. I will explain it to you. Good day. My name is Nathalie enough. I am 36 years old. J'ai 36 ans. J'habite en Vaughan, en Bretagne. I live in Vaughan in Bretagne. Bretagne is a region, province in France. All right. Je suis mariée. Je suis mariée. I am married. J'ai 12 enfants. I have 2 children. Un garçon et une fille. Un garçon et une fille. Je suis professeur d'histoire dans collège. I am history teacher in a college. Je parle français et anglais et espagnol. 3 languages. Okay. J'aime aller au cinéma. I like going to cinema, voyager, traveling, lire et faire de la photographie. Reading and doing the photography. Je n'aime pas faire le ménage. I do not like doing household work. So I am going to give you listening for this same introduction. You can just listen it. All right?
Bonjour, je m'appelle Nathalie Enaf. Je habite en Vannes en Bretagne. Je suis mariée. J'ai 2 enfants, un garçon et une fille. Je suis professeur des histoires dans un collège. Je parle français, anglais et espagnol. J'aime aller au cinéma, voyager, lire et faire de la photographie.
Well, so here is another one for you, and this gentleman, he is introducing himself. So I read it for you, and then again I will give you the listening for this. Alors, moi, je m'appelle Antoine Durham. Well, me, my name is Antoine Durham. J'ai 29 ans. I am 29 years. Je demeure. See, he hasn't used here habiter verb. He has used demeure, which I had explained you earlier. Je demeure à Paris. Je suis célibataire. Je suis ingénieur du son à France 3. I am bachelor. Je suis engineer. I am engineer of what? Du son means sound. À France 3 means France 3 channel. He is sound recording engineer. Okay. Je parle français et allemand. J'aime bien regarder des films et le sport à la télé. J'adore la photographie et les voyages. He says, I like watching film and sports on television and I love photography and traveling. J'ai horreur des voitures. Alors je vais au travail à vélo. He dislikes, his actually great dislike for vehicles. Voiture means car, okay? So he does not like traveling by any vehicle, so he goes for work on bike, vélo, bike. Je vais au travail, vais aller verb है conjugated. This is aller verb and irregular verb. You are supposed to memorize it because irregular verbs actually they do not sound like their infinitive. So sometimes for the beginners it is a little difficult. But yes, if you memorize it in course of time with the exercises and practice, you do remember it. So je vais au travail à vélo. I go to work on a bike. So here I am going to give you an écoute for this.
Alors, moi je suis Antoine Durand. Je démurais à Paris, je suis célibataire. J'ai 29 ans. Je suis ingénieur du son à France 3. Je parle français et allemand. J'adore les sports. Je joue au foot. J'aime faire la photographie. J'aime bien regarder les films au cinéma. Je aussi aime voyager. J'ai horreur des voitures, alors je vais au travail à vélo.
Ça y est. So students, I hope that you liked this class on introduction, Présenter, and I tried to cover the verbs and in details how you write, you can make in this language your introduction on your own and you can say it, you can practice it at home. You can ask others also about their name, age, etc. So that's why I just went little detail. Okay, and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please press the subscribe button and like button, which will keep me motivating to put more and more lessons for you in future. And yes, I will come up with some new things, some things which may be not be, are not given in schools perhaps. Or maybe you have not come across, and any topic you want to learn, kindly write it down in your comment section. I will definitely make an episode on that and I will come back to you for that. Alright, so for now, a bientôt, au revoir. how we make. So you have learned sa pehle and you can, well, we will use abite verb. Well student, we are going